Hey, it's Haley here, and today we're going to visit a friend, so stay tuned. Oh, look at this, we're in a new space. I wonder who's hiding in here. Now, this studio is owned by a friend named Laura Travis, and I heard she recently took on a roommate in this corner. Hello!
Hello. Come on in.
Come on in. This is Liz's new
I
space.
feel like it's like Mr. Rogers' neighborhood. Come on in.
Should we, take off, change the sweater, take off the shoes.
Okay.
So this is Liz's space. Let me start here. She's got this wonderful counter.
I have this really
This
good
is all like
counter.
Laura's space.
This is where I think like when I get my kids together, this will be the retail zone.
Love it. I
Yes.
love it. So how long have you been here, Liz?
3 weeks, 4 weeks?
Yeah.
Right, well, it was right before Christmas.
Right around Christmas, you moved in here. So this is a real 2025.
Yes, it feels really, really new. I kind of moved in before the holidays, got everything ready to go. And I wanted to be able to hit the ground running after the holidays.
Yay.
So yeah, I just wake up in the morning and the first thing I think about is coming to my space. So it just makes me so happy. It's hard because I can work, do my side hustle gigs.
Yep.
And then also, I have a lot more creative space and time to do stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay,
So,
let's come in a little further here. So I see your workstation there.
Yes, I have my whole like little tea and food station, which is and I didn't pick up at all, so you just have to deal with it.
Yeah, I mean, it looks very like lived in for how long you've been here, which isn't very long.
I know.
Yeah,
I
it looks very
much
cozy.
on the walls. This is where I work. This is my little ironing board, and when I want to video what I'm doing.
Yep.
Sewing machine.
machine.
My friend Karen Holmes made this cover for me. I love it. I love that fabric. This is my favorite
cute.
part. My fireplace.
Ambiance.
I know. Okay. I really shouldn't be able to pick a fireplace, but it does get cold. This building gets so cold.
Yeah,
and
it's drafty.
Haley knows when we're like sitting working with our hands.
Yes.
It is.
Yes.
Yeah.
And there's pretty good heater, but it comes on periodically. We don't have any control over it.
And then this is our little slow stitch. And the nice thing about this is everything's kind of modular. So if I want to teach a little class, I can rearrange and turn it into a classroom. But this is like the day-to-day. I sit over here and stitch. I put my feet up. We can move these chairs here. I roll around in that chair.
Yes.
I don't know why
over
you
here.
care about this, but anyway.
No, we do care. And then, of course, you have your shelf of...
Yes, I have my shelf of goodies over there. And fabric and thread and all that kind of...
Oh, fabulous. This is really fantastic. You've already made it your own.
I have. Getting there. These are things I'm reworking. We'll talk more about that later.
Yeah.
In another video, I think.
Yeah. Do you have any like 2025 goals for this place?
I do.
Oh,
Yeah. And I'm going to turn the camera on you, too. I want to hear some of your 2025 goals.
We did talk about them in another wrap-up video.
We did. But I will say, specifically for this space, Haley knows I am working on kits, punch needle and embroidery and some mending kits. I am getting a zine ready to kind of just be, I used to have a zine a long time ago for Haley.
Oh, I know. We'll have to look at them very soon.
I will not be as verbose, I promise, in this one, but just a little cute little 8-page one kind of little thing. And those are, I have other goals, but right now and teaching, a little bit of teaching.
Yeah, you can teach in this space.
I can teach in this
That's
space.
wonderful.
Yeah.
Yes,
so no big classes.
Yep.
You know,
a few people here and there.
Yeah, just a few.
Yeah.
And just kind of mostly hand stuff, I think, is what we're going to be doing. So,
what's your favorite part about working here, like in a creative community, or having?
I love this building. You know how much I love this building.
I do.
Miss being in this building. So having a creative community all around me, but also, just in a way, I hate to say this, the community part is very important. But just as important is to have an uninterrupted space.
Yeah.
I think that's an ice machine.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know. I was
Believe it or not, we have an ice machine. There's a little kitchen behind Haley. It's just like having an uninterrupted, even at home, I have a studio at home, which we did, I think, a micro tour of that one time. But, there's dogs and there are people.
Oh,
and,
yes, right.
Yeah, laundry and dishes.
It's not just your own.
Yes, to do. My Roomba, my favorite pet, Harry.
Yeah.
Harry baby, my Roomba. Yeah, so here it just feels uninterrupted and close to you.
Yep.
Close to all kinds of people.
Yeah.
We just walked by a kids' class in our
Yes.
old original
Oh my
Meraki
gosh,
studio
right.
space, which just warms the cockles of my cold heart to see kids in there working and
Right,
being creative.
so
I
true.
love it. I love that.
Oh,
But,
that's awesome.
yeah.
Well, thanks for letting us come
that's
along
it.
today.
Thank you. See you guys later. Stop by anytime.
Hello, everybody.
Squeezing in the frame
We are.
here.
We're kind of like, I need to be a little shorter.
Yeah, so
Okay.
Liz, she showed me something new, something I've seen for a long time, but I never really knew what it was. And what is that thing?
Okay, they are called, and I used to teach. I used to do. I told Haley I was obsessed with these for a while.
Yeah.
Because they were so fun to do with kids. They are yo-yos.
Yo-yos,
So
fabric yo-yos.
people used to make these yo-yos, and then they would sew them together in all different types of patterns, and they would make a quilt or kind of like a coverlet for their bed. It wasn't
I've
super.
seen those. I remember my mom had one that she
Yes.
found somewhere.
Yeah, usually I think the 30s.
Hers
they
was
were
like a
20s and
tabletop.
30s, super popular.
Yeah.
Yes, table runners, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
So you may have seen our video where we
Going way back.
unboxed. This was a while ago.
Yep, the
It's in-
summertime.
I think it's in the archives
Yeah.
of Patreon. I don't even know if it's on YouTube.
It might be.
Yeah,
But
anyway, we had a little unboxing. A friend gifted me this box, and inside, one of the many things in there were
tons of yo-yos.
tons of yo-yos.
What do you do with a bunch of yo-yos?
So, also very exciting,
Yep.
unmade yo-yos.
Yes.
So, what do you do with a bunch of vintage yo-yos?
Yeah.
I don't really want to make a big coverlet. So I was kind of like, okay, let me see. I'm gonna hit up my favorite place, the thrift store, and I'm gonna start reworking some things. So actually, I hit up my own closet too. So let's start with this guy.
By the way, that's the heat. If you can hear that, we
Oh
might
yeah,
have, we
yeah,
might
all of a sudden it
have
got
to
really
start
loud.
yelling a little bit.
Yeah, so this, I haven't sewn these on yet, but I found this super soft, like somebody's taking the time to dye this sweatshirt, and I could all of a sudden see this like emanating, and I didn't realize in the box, this, if you can see, has already been joined
That kind
together.
of diamond shape.
Yeah, so this is going to become, I think I'll add some embroidery as well.
Yeah, I love
But yeah,
that.
this is going to be a yo-yo piece.
Yeah, now you've been doing a lot of mending lately.
Yes.
Kind of related, unrelated.
Yeah, related, unrelated. I'm going to
So
do a
have
few.
you thinking more about clothing?
Yeah, it does. I I had a few things I needed to mend just because I needed to mend them. I've been into mending before, you've
Yeah.
seen stuff I've done. So, yeah, I'm kind of like back on the kick of, my kids were home at Christmas. We love to go thrifting. So
Yeah.
we were at Savers and Salvation Army and all kinds of other fun places. I was digging through my own closets. And I've just found a bunch of stuff I want to rework, basically.
Love
so,
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I want to use the vintage yo-yos. And the thing I like about mending or even embroidering on clothes is, we talk about this a lot, function, like the functionality of something.
Yeah.
I want something I can enjoy. I mean, these are like so nice, and I told Haley, I'm pretty sure I should be fine as long as I just turn it inside out, wash them on cold, gentle, or wash it by hand.
Yep.
I think I'm not going to be like hurting the yo-yos. Okay.
Fabulous.
And then the other thing, I have this little jacket. It always just like seemed, this is like a little bit, it's going to become maybe like a metal hanging from the pocket. But it always seems a little militaristic to me, this jacket.
yeah.
So I'm doing some yo-yo epaulets, and those will get like, sewn down. We'll see how that goes. It's like a short little
interesting
crop.
because even though it's just like yo-yos and right now just sort of like a handkerchief, there's like almost like commentary there in a way.
Yeah, like it
it's
tells a story.
It's telling a story, or at least it's the like starting to tell a story.
Yes.
You could go places with it.
Yeah,
like you could push narratives.
Yes, this is like, I want to turn it into kind of a
Yep.
point,
And then
we're gonna add like another little yo-yo there, and then like it's almost like a like a soldier would have where their medals here.
But
So.
starting with something like clothing, and it already has a story, and just making tweaks. It's like making an illustration. You can really get such a narrative because there's already a narrative that exists within you utilitarian object.
It's so true. I love having I love the starting point of your story.
Yeah.
Right. And then if you want to throw those, this is the last thing, and then we're gonna get into making a yo-yo. So you too can do this.
Yes.
Then
I don't know how to make a yo-yo.
These are my jeans. Like I did thrift them originally, and they had a big tear in the pot and the knee. And I just wanted to, you can't see it yet because they don't have a face, but those are going to be fish, like little sardines in a can.
Yeah.
And then I just added some more yo-yos. There's some mending that needed to be done on the pocket, so why not
so you're
wrap
using
a
them
yo-yo?
as patches.
Yeah, I'm using them as patches.
Yep.
So there's more yo-yos there.
It's a great way to use what was given to you. You know, and almost like, we spent so much time last year doing collage.
Oh, and this is very much collage. I think like this right here is very much a collage, like a fabric collage. Yeah. And when I figure out how to get some punch needle incorporated in there and rug hooking, that will happen as well.
Yeah.
So anyway, so that is a way to use yo-yos.
Yes.
Now, you want to learn how to make a yo-yo?
Yeah. Okay. So when we return, we'll be yo-yo making. Yo-yo
mom. Okay, this one is yours.
Oh, how fun. Hi, guys. We're back.
Hi. Okay.
We're working on a table now.
Yes, we're on a table. We're going to make yo-yos.
Yo-yos, yes.
Okay. And Haley's going to go rogue after we do this and try and make one with wool.
That's true.
Yes.
That's true. So the first thing we need, so this is cotton.
This is cotton.
It's like a vintage, you said, right?
These are vintage. These are from the box.
I'm smelling it.
Yeah. Why?
It's a little baby powdery.
It does have a bit. It's old lady smell. Not me. Just some other old lady.
Yes.
So you have a circle.
Owner. Yes.
And your yo-yo will be about, as you saw the circle, the yo-yos that we showed you.
Yeah.
Your yo-yo is going to be about half the size of your circle.
So
I really want to experiment with making teeny tiny little yo-yos.
Oh, that would be super fun.
I know. I'm going to...
Yo-yo earrings.
Yeah, that would be very cute.
Okay.
Very, very cute.
So we know it's 4.5 inches.
Okay.
Around.
Okay. So there is your
Why,
needle
thank
and
you.
thread. So you just need, I'm a big fan of always like knotting my two ends together. But when I do a yo-yo, I don't.
Okay.
Just because I find sometimes you're gathering, so
so it might get caught.
It just get caught.
Yeah, it gets caught. So you already knotted this for us. Okay.
I already knotted this.
Thank you.
So what I'm going to do is
You're working on the back side.
Working on the back side. So you have your back side towards you, or unless let's say I like this side better.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so choose the side you like better and face that away from you.
Okay.
This, if you are not familiar with what a 1/4 inch is, kind of look at a ruler, get that in your head, what a 1/4 inch is, because we're going to eyeball this. Yes. You could draw it out if you wanted to, but there's no real reason to do that. So I'm going to fold one of my little edges over 1/4 inch, keeping my knot here because this is going to be the inside of my yo-yo eventually, so I want to hide that.
Yep.
I'm going to take one, I'm going to go down, and I'm going to come
over.
Up. Yes.
Yeah, okay, along the
edge.
Okay,
and
now,
down
and up, and then you're going just
one, just
like
take one,
like that much.
Yep.
Okay, that's like
this is the only stitch that's going to be a little bit small. We're doing an anchoring stitch.
Okay. Oh, I see.
So that when we gather, it's not going to pull out.
Gotcha.
Okay, so now from here on out, we're really just going to be basting. So we're going to do one tiny little back stitch, which is where we're going to go in behind where our last stitch came out. Now when we come, we still have a little bit folded over. I'm really going to come pretty far ahead. I could,
like half an inch-ish, maybe.
Yeah, exactly. And what I could do is load. I do like to use, these are embroidery needles, but if you use like a milliner's needle that's nice and long, you're going to be able to load a ton of stitches
you can do that
on.
And then just pull.
So then I'm probably going to put a few more on here. I'm going to go
I think
about a half. Yeah, you get it? You're just going to come and you just keep turning and kind of moving. I'm just moving it onto my needle.
I have 3. I feel like that's enough for me.
That's probably enough.
So I'm going to...
And now I'm going to just pull. Now don't gather anything quite
just
yet.
Leave it loose. Loose pull.
You're going to work your way all the way around
I think
this is a great thing to do while you're chatting, while you're listening to a book or watching TV. I mean, it's pretty mindless.
I'll say. I think so. When I sew, I have the needle in my right hand, but I think I usually go left. When I sew.
Because you.
Is that how do you do it?
I am pushing with my right hand, so
With the needle.
yes, I have the needle in my right hand. And the other thing I would probably do if I were making a bunch of these is I'm going to. Everybody knows what a freak I am.
Yeah,
with my
your
thimbles.
Yes,
I would probably have my thimbles on. So anybody who's watched me embroider online before knows this is my pushing thimble, this is my pulling thimble.
Yes.
It just saves your hands. So
one day when I get good,
I will model
good
that.
like you, I will invest in some.
And
now
then just keep an eye on your tail. Like, see, I'm starting to come up on my tail.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I'm going to free that up a little bit. And you really, if you really want to use two, you can use two threads. There's nothing saying you can't. The most important thing is keeping your stitches nice and long. These are gathering stitches.
Oh, sure, because then when you pull it will.
Yes. And
makes sense.
Going to keep going all the way around.
When was the last time you made a yo-yo?
Oh, it's been a while.
Yeah.
It has been, I bet it's been 8 years since I've actually made a yo-yo. Yeah.
Not something you do in your
No, I
every
kind of
day.
feel like because of this, I did so many of them. I'm lying.
You said,
know
like,
what?
with the
I'm lying
kids
about that.
classes.
I think we probably did it in the kids class. So maybe it's been 4 years since I've made a yo-yo.
a yo-yo.
But they're fun to do, like you saw that we shared earlier, to use in fabric collages or just make designs with.
Well, that's the thing. I've been doing so much collaging and trying to figure out what to do with my fabric collection that, I'm looking for these ways I can repeating shapes that I can make over and over again to then manipulate in different ways, which is why I was very interested in this yo-yo.
I did tell Haley, I feel like these are my answer to her quillies.
Yeah.
Okay, so, and the one thing you really want to make sure from the beginning, and I should have said this, you want your string to be, or your thread to be long enough. You can't stop once you start it. So if you run out of thread, you're going to have to start again.
my circle is a little wonky.
They're all a little wonky. That's the beauty of the yo-yo. Okay, so we're just going to now just pull. We're going to pull. I kind of like to put my finger in the middle.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to pull. We're going to make almost like a little pouch.
It's like a shower cap.
Yes, it is very much like a shower cap. And you kind of want to even out your stitches. Like I can tell at the beginning, mine kind of don't want to gather.
Oh boy.
So you end up with this little
pouch.
Now, what I like to do is, and I should have done this, I'm sorry, I forgot a step. We want to take how we took a starting stitch.
Yeah.
We want to take a finishing stitch.
Okay.
So I'm going to open mine back up again, just a little bit.
Yeah, I'm right here, so.
We have it all. We want to get it gathered.
Yep.
And then you can just take a little, I'm just going to tie a little knot. I'm just going to go on, so I'm on the inside.
Okay.
And I'm going to knot this off. It doesn't have to be anything extreme. Whoops, as I lose my needle. Just so that it stays put. Because we're done gathering now.
Okay.
I think I'm going to do one more.
I did it wrong, but I'm just,
I
know it doesn't matter for our purposes.
This eventually will come out anyway. Oops. See, that's the problem when you have a million thimbles on. When you need to thread your needle on the fly, it can be a little tricky. Okay, I'm going to do one more. Now, ideally, we would have an iron present, but that's
yes.
okay.
I can get an iron.
Yeah, we can do a before and after. We'll iron them.
This is really silly.
And then Haley's already flattening hers.
Oh, is that what I'm?
Yeah,
okay.
you're gonna
I'm
like.
kind of
That's
opening
exactly
up
what you're gonna
the
do.
center.
Yep.
Do you need scissors? Do we need scissors? Oh, we have.
Oh,
Scissors.
yes,
We have some
scissors.
not very great scissors, but they are scissors.
Yes, and you're just going to.
Just trim it down, or
You don't trim. You just trim your thread. Yeah, trim your thread,
okay.
and then you pull the sides out.
yes,
For your yo-yo.
yo-yo.
Yo-yo-yo.
MTV wraps.
And then if you, we used a contrasting thread so you could see what we were doing. But really, even with this white thread, once you trim your little tail.
Yeah, I see it.
You can stick it back in too.
So what's interesting when we're talking about, mine's obviously not that great on this side, but yours looks normal. When we were talking with those like coverlets and things.
Yes.
And it's funny because, and the way you're placing them onto your garments, you're doing the side with the ruffle,
yes,
more than like the flat
because
side.
look, this side has so much texture,
has so
and
much
interest.
dimension too.
The other thing that I want to play around with is almost putting like a super contrasting fabric inside a smaller, you know, would be about the size of the
like
yo-yo.
If you put red in there,
yes,
or
so that you can see that through.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, no, that's really interesting.
Yeah, because
and
this
also,
is just boring. Why not just do a circle?
right? Exactly. Why
Yeah.
not just sew a circle
But
down?
this, you put these two together, and all of a sudden you have something exciting.
Yeah, they're like little volcanoes.
Yeah, so you would just, hit that with the iron.
Yes.
You really, I mean, even if you made a whole bunch of them and threw a book on them or something.
Just
to kind of
just
flatten
to flatten them out.
I like mine to have some dimension. You can see when you start to stitch them down that they do flatten back out, but you can still see.
Are you going to put anything inside here?
No, I was playing around with that, but then I decided not to because I thought there's already a lot going on here.
Sure.
But that was when I started. I actually cut little pieces, and I thought. Plus, these yo-yos were already made,
right?
So to get it in there, I was really fighting
like
with it, and I thought, okay, no, I need to do it in the making stage.
Yes.
And
I'm sorry, I interrupted you.
No, I was just going to say when you think about using yo-yos, they actually look more like this because you're not stitching down. Like I feel like I've
they flatten. So they flattened. Yeah. But they're like little extra pockets for your jeans. You
can
like
stick money in there. So anyway, that is how you make a yo-yo.
Fun. Well, thank you.
I know. So do you think you
can
can make one with wool?
I don't know. Let's try it.
I know. I think with wool, you wouldn't have to turn it under.
Right.
You could just
right. Oh, let's try it. Okay. We will be back.
Are you going to use...
Okay, we're back. We've two very different wools. One really thin, one thick.
Yep.
Liz is looking through her needles to see...
Are you going to do a couple strands of embroidery floss?
I think so.
Oh, I might just use, actually I have this yellow one already threaded. I can see it.
There we go.
It looks like enough.
So we're going to do some embroidery floss instead of...
We're going to see what happens if we get a little, this might be long enough.
Well, I have plenty, so feel free to grab some of mine.
Oh, I have a ton in my thing.
I'm using a silver Sharpie.
Just being lazy. Okay, I'm gonna try it. Let me see, how long is this?
We're taking an old...
Oh yeah, this should be long enough.
Pot. Oh, whoops.
Barely. Maybe I'm just gonna rethread my needle. Okay. I'm getting really, this is how we like to roll though.
We're getting experimental here. Okay, let me move some of this stuff.
All right, take whatever needle you think will work. And you can take thread off of it.
Can I do like that one?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna put it here.
Okay.
I'm gonna cut out my circle, or our circles.
Oh, here, I'll cut mine.
Oh, either way.
Is this one mine?
I
That
guess.
one's yours? Okay.
I have, I should have let you pick a color, but instead I just
That's fine.
sort of grabbed two randomly.
I love the way I'm like, okay. How can I cut this?
Are those scissors working all right?
Oh yeah, these are
Yeah, those look nice.
they are nice.
I've seen them
Yeah.
in your kit
They're
before.
fabric scissors. So I get all freaked out. But nobody goes near them. Don't.
They look like fabric scissors too. Like,
Yeah, they do
people
have
should
that
not be
look.
mistaking those for.
No. Okay, I'm just gonna and then I'm gonna move this out of the way so we have a
Yeah.
clean slate.
Okay. So,
Last little bit off of mine.
I mean, if we're gonna go contrast, let's just go contrast, right?
Yeah. So now we're not turning the edge under. Is that what we decided?
Let's try.
Should I turn the edge under on mine since it is a thinner
Sure.
wool?
Yeah, try that, and I'll just go around.
Yes. And like yours already is not fraying. This is already
Yes.
fraying. So I would say like check how you feel about your fabric. And you might want, a lot of times I use a raw edge because I think it's very interesting to see fraying. But I would say, because you're not really stitching it closely, the risk of it continuing to fray, especially because it's cut in a circle.
Okay.
Ooh, I've polluted our environment here with my...
Okay, I just took that thread off of this because I needed a bigger.
Yes. Yeah, I don't have my...
I have needles too, but
No, I was going to say, I have more of a selection, but these are just kind of... Okay. Oh, these are going to be cute, I think.
Oh, we'll see.
Okay.
Just because the reason why we're doing this too is because I just have so much wool.
Well, and this will be great to add to your collages.
And also, I recently started making...
And don't forget that first anchoring stitch.
Yes, so go in, sorry, am I coming up to my back?
You're coming, you are going to do yours a little differently. I would start here, I
This
think,
is
so
gonna
that you're
be my
not, that's going to be your
inside.
inside, so you're not as hidden on the inside.
Okay.
Yeah.
Down.
Yeah, go down.
Yeah.
And then come up. Yeah.
Okay.
See, now you're not.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now,
And then you can come up, and then that'll be your anchoring stitch. And then do it which direction, however you want.
yeah, so I'm going...
And I'm doing that little back stitch. And then away I go.
Okay.
Yep, it's better with a big needle too.
I've also been making, like you have seen, is wool flowers. And some of, I wouldn't say that this...
No, but you could
But
use
this
this as the
gathering
center
is how
of a
I was
wool
making some of
flower.
my wool
No, you have a
flowers.
class coming up, right? I'm
do.
gonna say it. You have a class coming
Yes,
up
it's an
on
in-person
wool
class, and it's February 1st, and it's 9:30 to 12. And so a little class where we're gonna make some very colorful wool flowers out of some of the stuff I have here, and it's
so
been
that
very fun.
now
It's
that I'm
been
thinking
very
about your
cute.
flowers, that it's very similar to this.
Yeah,
I mean, I
it
haven't
is.
really made it one, but I am looking at them and thinking about.
Yeah, well, remember that first braided
construction.
piece that I made, and I was all like, I'm adding braids.
Yes.
I had some wool flower pieces that I had put into that. It was like little pieces that I hadn't assembled, because I'm just looking for different shapes of things that I can make, like just again manipulating this wool
into different
things that I can repeat.
Oops.
There's a lot of repetition in fiber art.
There really is. There's a lot of repetition and a lot of
In a lot of art, yeah. But I think fiber art especially, there's lots of stitches, there's lots of
I love that. That's why it's
shapes
so
repeating.
meditative.
Exactly.
I feel like I've never done, well, I have done, but just like kind of almost collage-ish, but mosaic making. When you see people making mosaics, like this is very fine. It must be the same kind of a...
Yes, I met a woman this weekend who she said that one of her, like she's been collecting Fiesta ware for 40 years or something. And one of her pieces broke, and she
did a mosaic.
She did a mosaic, and now she's breaking her Fiesta ware to get more mosaic pieces.
Talk about a great palette, though.
Yeah, great palette, and a kind of a new life to something that maybe wasn't serving her and her life anymore.
Okay, I'm back to my...
All right, I'm almost there.
Almost, yeah. Let me do one more stitch. Okay. Then I'm gonna...
Okay, so I am back to my knot.
I'm just kind of working the wool down the thread so that it goes back to the beginning.
Look what I did.
What'd you do?
I didn't pull it enough back here, so it's all like has slack.
I'm moving my gathering stitches kind of around to the my starting point because the wool doesn't want to move quite as much as the cotton did. But I think it's going to be really good.
So it's like a little pouch.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly what it is. It's essentially just a little tiny drawstring pouch. And I'm going to pull it nice and tight, and then I'm going to make my little knot.
This feels very... So, I feel like I've made like a dumpling which is very fun and very cute. But
Is it?
It looks like a dumpling.
But it looks cute. It
does
does
look
look like a
cute.
dumpling.
Yeah.
Look how much like loft you get with the wool,
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
I really do like that.
So how would you suggest making a knot here? I know you showed
So
it
I would do
before.
it on the inside. So I would. So I did one little back stitch, so it kind of is holding it.
Okay.
And then, or the other thing, I'm going to show you something even easier. You can, because this is the easiest way. Because this is the back.
Yeah.
And you're either going to sew it onto something, or maybe even if you're making a collage, you can just take your needle, pass it to the back, pull this down.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's coming back to me. Like I said, it's been a while.
Almost like a button.
Exactly. And then you can just tie it off on the back.
Ah.
Now, if you wanted to make a coverlet where the back was going to show, you would have to hide your knot in the inside. You would just pass it through to the inside.
The idea of like
But since we're
having like a little line on the back.
yeah, you could even stitch, like if you wanted to stitch.
You
something
could.
on the
Oh,
back.
a little X.
You could do whatever you
Like-
wanted. Okay, looks like a little beret.
Yeah.
Let me see. Just snip that. I always like to leave a little bit of a tail to kind of hold the knot. They're so cute.
They really, truly. Look at it.
It is so much loftier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll say. All right. Although I don't think I knotted it anywhere.
Did you knot it in the back?
Well, no, because I made a
because you
little
wanted.
X.
Oh, so then do a little knot inside.
I know how.
Here, I'll do it. I'll do it.
I've seen you do it, and
Yeah.
you can get it really tight.
Yeah. So I'm gonna pull, and I'm going to kind of preset my knot. I'm gonna wrap it like this, and then I'm gonna kind of
How
direct
you do it.
my knot where I want it to be. I'm gonna
Okay.
be like, I want you to
Yes,
go there.
and you kind
I'm-
of use your finger.
Yeah, I
to
have my
hold it
finger,
down.
and now I'm gonna.
I've
pull.
tried to do that,
It's
but
like you're wrapping a present.
Yeah, I'm not that skilled at that yet.
And then
You can trim it.
yeah, you can trim it short, or you could trim it a little bit longer
And
and,
then
shove it
yep.
under, which I think is
Which
what I'm gonna
kinda,
do.
like, keeps
helps
it-
to secure it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because that tail will give it some security as I like cram it in there. Okay.
Look at it.
They're so
I know. Dumpling or like a
Yeah.
little mushroom or something.
Oh yeah.
Yep. But just like this little.
You could even chain them together and have them hanging off of a collage.
Yes,
Like
you could.
yeah, there are all kinds of things
All
you could
sorts
do.
of different things. And I kind of like that you can. Like,
You could add them to
manipulate
the
it.
braids. You could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Could just even use them as things that like stick out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you could even like put them like back to back.
Right. You could
And stitch them
build
together.
build them up
Mm-hmm.
in an interesting way.
Yeah, there are so many. They're like Legos.
Yes. Building blocks.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
There we go.
Well, there you go.
Those are yo-yos.
Those are yo-yos. We did.
I'm like, bye everybody. No,
No, really.
I want to
Goodbye.
make more yo-yos. Oh.